All right, everybody, welcome out to the Logroom Guys Craft Beer Show. It is Tuesday, January the 6th, 2026. Jersey Johnny coming at you. With me, as always, is none other Mr. Beer Samurai. Say hello, Mr. Samurai.
Hello.
Happy New Year, Mr. Samurai.
Oh, Merry New Year! I just stole your
Happy
line.
New Year!
You do it.
There you go.
Oh, this is pretty good.
What are you eating?
You know, one of our vendors at work sent us a
Sent us a hum?
Sent us a bunch of stuff, and from Italy, as a matter of fact.
Right.
And I think this is Parmigiano Reggiano.
Okay.
Directly from Italy.
Oh, just a piece of cheese you're eating. It looked like a cookie or something.
No, see, I've got the piece of cheese is this friggin' big.
I was going to say, yeah.
So I broke off a little bit of it.
Nice.
And they sent like to our company probably about at least 30 wedges that big.
So, you know, if you're looking for something to do with one or two of them, I'd be more than happy to take them off of your hands.
I only have one, and you ain't getting shit. So sorry. with all love.
With all due respect.
No respect there.
No respect whatsoever. Yeah, little love, no respect.
Let's see how it is on bread.
Yeah,
It was either that, or I think what it probably would have got, because I think this cheese is going to go well with what we're drinking tonight.
I think you're right.
That. That's why I grabbed it. It was either that or mortadella. I've got a couple slices of mortadella left, but then I was like, no, I have to have lunch tomorrow. And I mean, the Bourdain sandwich is to die for.
Oh yeah, no, you have to eat that. Didn't we do that on a show? Oh, we did that on an End of Chaser show. We did that.
I done an End Chaser show, and yeah, it was one of the chasers.
Exactly. Well, we did a Bourdain cocktail and Bourdain inspired cocktail, and then the sandwich.
Yeah, because the show fell on Bourdain Day, but right. But I've already, with the mortadella I have, and that did not come from Italy, mind you. No. It's actually good mortadella.
Well, some of it does, actually. So
yeah, some of it you can get from Italy, but what do they call it? I did. I've already made 2 Bourdain sandwiches with it. And those who don't know what we're talking about, you take mortadella, usually about 2 slices or 3.
I use 3 to 1, 3 and 1 slice of provolone.
Oh, I do 2 to 2.
2 to 2.
But it's also a smaller roll probably than you're using. I use
but I know 3 to 1, but I make 3 piles of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh no, I do 2 big. I mean, because the mortadella we have is like this freaking big.
Yeah, no, I make a big sandwich. So
yeah, but 2 slices of mortadella, get that fried up in the pan, and then put the provolone on top of it, and then fold it into like a triangle.
Right. Wasn't that a commercial back in the 70s? I can bring home the mortadella, fry it up in the pan. No.
I don't think so.
That's how it goes.
I don't think so. I don't think
many
of us here knew what mortadella was back when that commercial ran.
Yeah, well, I actually did.
Yeah. Well,
because of my father.
You grew up in this area,
and my father's profession.
Profession, yes, he was a meat purveyor.
Correct.
A purveyor of meat.
Purveyor of meats.
But then you also take like in the fat that the mortadella leaves, you like brown your roll in that, and then mayonnaise, Dijon, and then heaven. It's just a
mayonnaise, Dijon, and a little love, and it's a good sandwich. Let's take it. Then we mentioned love. Speaking of love, I'm not sure what this has to do with love, but I figured it would be a segue.
An awful segue. Okay.
An awful segue. A happy National Bean Day.
I love your beans.
I love those beans.
Actually, they sent some Fagioli as well, that vendor. So
there you
go. The little white beans.
Right. Yeah. There you go. It is also National Shortbread Day. So happy National Shortbread Day.
I was going to stop and get some shortbread, but I was like, I'm just not going to go with what we're drinking tonight, so I didn't bother.
No.
A question for you: Walkers, Luna Dunes, or Girl Scout cookie trefoils?
That's a tough one. They're all good, but I have to lean towards the Girl Scout cookies.
I do too. You know why? They're not as greasy as the other 2.
Oh no, yeah, that's true.
They don't leave a film in your coffee when you dip it.
This is true. This is very true. It is also Creole Cuisine Day. Creole Cuisine Day. So 3 food groups in a row there for days. And to wrap it all up, because I'm getting thirsty, so we got to start
let's get
the show rolling here. Happy Take Down the Christmas Tree Day.
Yeah, and before our guest falls asleep in the green room.
Exactly.
Is your tree still up?
My tree is still up, and you know why?
Because you didn't know today was Happy Take Down the Christmas
tree? No.
Because it's award winning, and it's
award winning, and it stays up for a while longer. It stays up with the village, and the village stays up till the end of the month at the earliest. So,
I see.
because it takes her so long to put the damn thing up.
Yeah.
There's no point in taking it down,
Immediately.
yeah, immediately. Exactly. Enjoy it for a
Let's
little
ask the guest if his tree
Let's
is still
ask the guest if history is down. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show our annual guest for this show, Mr. John Holl. How are you, sir? Oh, where'd he go? There he is. All right.
Fellas.
How are you, John?
Fellas. You know, they said it couldn't be done. They said it likely shouldn't be done. And against all odds, another year of you guys on the air. And, just
no one's as surprised as we are.
the tenacity of the Lager Room guys is only rivaled by the cockroach.
Or the Twinkie. The Twinkie has a little to do with it too.
That's no, our tree is still up.
Yeah.
It'll be up for, I don't know, I'll get around to it in the next couple of days. But
I really think that take down your Christmas tree day should be the weekend after New Year's.
The weekend after New Year's. So this coming week.
For this coming weekend. Yeah, I think that's a normal.
Yeah, I think it should.
I let people do what they want.
Yeah.
The hell do I care?
Exactly.
Keep it up all year long. It's
saves time.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Somebody was telling me recently that in new house builds for the very wealthy, there's just a 8-foot tall, 10-foot, 12-foot tall closet in the living room where you just roll the tree in and then close the doors. And then, the next year, you open it up and you just roll it back. It's that's wildly efficient and a reason to become wealthy.
Right.
Yeah.
For my Christmas tree closet.
Right. If for no other reason.
Right.
I
don't have to go down to the basement. I don't have to, knock over bottles in the cellar, trying to get stuff out.
What kind of bottles would be in your cellar?
Man, it's just right behind me right here.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot of old stouts, and remember back in those days when people would buy 750s and 22s and all. So it's all I have no idea what's back there. Yeah, it's all just rotting at this point.
Right over there.
Some may be good, some maybe not.
I found the other day, because I was going out with some folks and I was like, I'll pull out some old bottles. I found, and I don't even know what year this would be from, a 10th anniversary Hunapu's Imperial Stout, which, it's Wayne Wemble. So of course it's going to taste good, but I don't know what year that's from. There's some old Rogue stuff. There's, I don't even know.
You could probably sell some of that Rogue stuff for
to who? That's just sad. Don't spend save the money and get yourself a house with a Christmas tree closet.
There you
go. Or
not a bad idea.
Conversely, I could sell it and then install a Christmas tree closet here at the homestead. Which see now we're just we've lost the plot.
Not just a hat rack. Not just a hat rack, my friend. Very good. All right, let's.
I'm very interested to see if in that storage area of John's, there's going to be an honorable mention in the top 3. He might actually have one of those in there.
Yeah, it's very true.
What, an Alaska smoked porter?
No, I have none of those left. Every time I get my hands on one, I immediately drink the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is very true.
I don't know what I would have in the cellar that would be Rauch specific. Aside from that.
I have a couple of smoked barley wines.
Okay.
They're not that old. Because I usually don't usually last. They're I forget them. They're there or whatever. But there's not much Rauch. It's mainly barley wine, bigger barley wines. And
I have some 2015 Goose Island Bourbon County Stouts.
Yeah, I got a couple of those myself.
Yeah.
A couple of, I think I got a 2017 Northwoods. I think I have one of those. I got a few of the Bourbon Counties variants, but I'm. What are you, John? What are you drinking tonight?
I'll get to the Rauch in a minute, but I wanted to start with a beer stout, slow pour pills.
Very nice.
Drinking it from a can like a heathen because I don't need fancy foam. I just need the alcohol delivery.
There you go.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that. nothing whatsoever. Samurai, what are you drinking for your first?
I'm starting off with the same exact one that you're drinking. So why are you even asking? You know, it is Ike Schlenkerla's Waldishki.
Yep, the new one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Got it at this wonderful alcohol store down in Westfield called Sunrise something. Cellars, I think. Yeah, I mean, I had to go find the thing myself because the beer manager there sucks.
Horrible guy.
Yeah, he is. He's
Absolutely.
awful.
In any event, it's a collab, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
With whom?
With a Polish brewery. It is.
Let's see if you can pronounce it.
I can't pronounce it. Well, I can pronounce the name. I can't pronounce the town. I can pronounce the. But it is Pinta. Pinta. That's really.
Pinta. I think that's the size of the beer. One pinta, John.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yes. They named the brewery after the vessel. There you go.
Is that what happened?
That's what they did. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So, anyway, well, I am drinking it as well. So, cheers, both of you, gents.
Yes.
Happy
Cheers.
New Year for probably the last time. I usually wait a week, so tomorrow will be the last time I say it. But that's quite tasty.
John has wandered away.
Yes, he has. He's looking for something he just thought of. He went to get a glass.
I felt bad that you guys are doing the glass, and I have the beer stock glass.
Yeah, the beer stock glass.
I'll probably just.
I'm drinking mine out of the Rauchfest glass that I got from
Live Oak.
From Live Oak. That's
Live Oak.
Yes.
There you go.
Well, I bought it actually from the guy who's pictured right there.
Oh,
there you go.
Fun.
Is that his name, Smoke 'em?
No, it's not.
You name somebody Smoke 'em, he's going to do something with smoke. Yeah.
Yes. Why can't I remember his name right now? John, you remember his name?
I do remember his name. I can't.
It's on the tip of my.
Not Alex.
No, it's not Alex.
I forget.
I'll get to it.
Okay.
I'll remember.
It'll come to you. But this is pretty damn good, as you would imagine a smoked beer from Schlenkerla would be.
Yeah, this doesn't suck.
And this is in a can. Bottles did not make it to the States yet. A tote of the beer from Bamberg made it to the States, and of course, it was canned by Be United up in Connecticut.
Are they sponsoring this segment?
Be United sponsoring this segment, yes.
Did they send you guys the route beer?
That would me.
Yeah.
That
Dave had to buy his.
Chip, by the way, Chip McElroy.
Yes, Chip. Yes, that's what it was.
sure. That's a name.
It's a name.
Okay.
I'm standing by it. I did not at all make that name up.
No.
He may have.
It's very possible.
He may have. Exactly.
Actually, his poodle may have.
His poodle may have made it up.
I think his poodle runs the brewery.
Here we go. A couple of quick comments really quick. Vanessa Kitty. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? She says hi. She said mortadella. And her Boston baked beans cooked with burnt ends from her smoked brisket.
For National Bean Day.
National Bean Day. She talked about trees and some Creole cooking. And she has 2 homes to view on Thursday morning. So
hopefully one has got a rollaway tree closet.
And this is very true. and then I just said that about OEC, and she said, go Connecticut. She lives not too far from OEC.
OEC, yes.
Anyway. All right.
Yes.
So, all right, John. Anyway, how has 2026 been treating you these first 6 days of
I mean, listen, up until about 15 minutes ago, it was
great.
Fantastic.
It was fantastic.
And now just like I lost a raffle or something. I don't quite know.
Well, I mean, that was years ago. But
you know what? I'm feeling optimistic about 2026. We over at All About Beer, the news site, the podcast and information entertainment site that I run with Andy Crouch. We're starting off this year fairly strong. There's folks who believe in the work that we're doing and are helping keeping us on the air and keeping us rolling, which I'm pretty happy about. And awesome. I talk to a lot of folks in and around the beer space every day, and there's a lot of worry. There's a lot of frustration. There were a lot of things thrust upon the industry last year that were completely avoidable, like tariffs. And folks are either rolling with them or making the hard decision to close up shop. And the ones who are sticking it out, I think, are trying to be really smart about what the next 5 years looks like if they're going to try to do it. Is it, are they focusing on their tap room? Are they focusing on, distro? Are they focusing on, the customer, like whatever it is? Like, it's not just that scatter shot that we had towards the end of the 20 teens. It's folks have learned, they want to focus on, hey, we're going to be a Saison brewery. Hey, we are going to be a lager brewery. Hey, we are going to be, we're going to really be good at IPAs and not just phone in hazy hop juice, because like that shit doesn't fly anymore.
Yeah.
So, so I'm optimistic about what the next couple of years looks like. It's going to be painful. There's going to be a lot of places that still close. And in some cases, that's a good thing. There's some breweries that absolutely deserve to close because they didn't put in the time and the quality and the, making sure the hospitality was great. And then there's other folks who did it for 10 years or who will be coming up on 10 years, and they're saying, hey, this was a good run. I did this. I can hang up my jersey and feel really good about this. And it's on to the next adventure, right?
Right.
It's for a long time, the industry was all like, this is a generational business and you're going to pass it on to your kids and they're going to pass it on to their kids. That's just not the reality of bars or restaurants or breweries writ large, right? So I think 10 years, which a lot of people hit this past year, and we're going to see it in 26 and 27, and places are just going to be like, hey, this is a nice milestone to go out on, and there's no shame in that.
No, you're absolutely right.
Sometimes it's going to be out of people's control. It's going to be a landlord thing. It's going to be but in other cases, it's just going to be like, hey, I'm proud of this. Yeah. And I don't fault folks for that at all.
No, I don't either. And my hat's off to anybody that's been doing it for much longer than the 10-year frame, and then, the breweries, we preached ad nauseum about legacy brands and landmark beers and legacy breweries. And kudos to them. I love every bit of it. And they're still making fantastic beer. And it's great that they're hanging on and they're sitting in this market. And, in this day and age with the what have you done for me now mentality by a lot of drinkers and lately rather. But, even like you said, even bars and restaurants, those that are hanging on and still, putting, rolling with it and changing with the times if need be, or just making such a great product that they can exist for 10, 15, 20 years and still putting out the same thing and people are still going. That's fantastic. But
yeah, there also just has to be an understanding of like, what's the value that people are getting as well. And I don't just mean monetarily, but like if you walk into, like just a bar, right? Like not even a dive bar or like an Applebee or just like your neighborhood bar. And they haven't put a fresh coat of paint on the walls in 5 years, right. Or, they're not changing their fry oil as frequently as they used to.
Right.
And you start to just sort of notice these little touches in quality going down, but the prices are going up. People are going to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
And I've experienced that with places that I've been going for 20 years where it's just, they're getting tired, and I don't fault them for it. But it's okay to call it quits sometimes. It's okay to pass it on to the next generation. I think about Cambridge Brewing Company, and over at allaboutbeer.com, Andy Crouch wrote an article 1 year after Cambridge closed up in Massachusetts.
Yeah,
and I was there with Andy about a month before they closed down. They announced, like, I think 4 months before they were closing, that they were going to shut down, and gave everybody who wanted to go a chance to, pay their respects. And 31 years, right, of that brewery being around.
I got up there before they did.
Yeah, and it's because it's important. It was an important brewery, and it taught so many young brewers and new brewers, like, under Will Myers and Phil Valentine, and like all these, important brewers came out of that important brewery, and that family tree will continue to propagate for a really long time.
Sure.
But so I was there in November of 24, and about a month before they closed, and Andy and I are just sitting at the bar. And we don't announce ourselves or anything else like that. We're just kind of sitting there having beers, and we see Phil come out from the back office, and he's walking around. When I first walked in, he was watering the plants in the front, like treating it like it was just like a normal Thursday. And we saw him walk through the tap room and then walk back into the back, and he came back out with a ladder, and he got up on a ladder and fixed a light bulb that was flickering. This is a month before they closed. That attention to detail did not go unnoticed. Like, it is. And he did that every day for 31 years at that place, 32 years, whatever it was. And, you got folks who have been in business for 4 years who are like, oh, yeah, no, I'll get to that next week.
Right.
He saw the problem. He knew how to fix it. He did it. And it's like, this is what I want this next generation of brewers, and the current generation, quite frankly, to be doing, because, this is my long-winded way of just like, to keep our attention, to keep our dollars coming in, I need to feel like I am valued, but also in a place that the owners value. I don't always get that sense.
And
So,
right now, what you're basically speaking about is it's not enough now to bring in good beers or put out good liquid. You actually, a lot of these places that was their thing, they now actually have to run a business more so than they ever did.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the hard part. I mean, when you think about pre-COVID and the brewers that could reliably rely on that Saturday morning haze drop, and the line forms to the left, and the traders and the everybody, like, that doesn't exist anymore.
Nope.
And, and I was always really curious, and gently would talk to some folks and be like, what happens when you're not the brewery of the moment? And they move on to the next haze crate, before we knew what COVID was going to do. And I would get these blank stares back from folks being like, what do you mean? It's like, the music eventually stops, it does for everybody. And, if they're only coming because you're the fresh young thing, and you haven't given them a reason to come back next Saturday or next Sunday or on a random Thursday, like, I don't know what to tell you. So, I think there's been a lot of tough lessons learned over the last few years. And when we start to see the next generation of breweries open up, probably late 26, 27, 28, I'm hoping that they're going to take these lessons from the past and what we're going through now and apply it so that, we do have another great run. Like, you think about the class of 86 with Goose and Brooklyn Brewery and Rogue and a bunch of these, these were leadership breweries. And I think we're going to have a new generation of leadership breweries that open up in the next, 3, 4, 5 years. And, the only way of doing it is complete and absolute commitment to everything all the time. And
having an actual business plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt.
And also, part of that business plan is also having an exit plan. Of like, hey, if we hit 3 years and we're not doing what we think we're going to do, despite leaving it all on the field, do we keep doing this?
Right.
It's sell is not a bad 4-letter word. Natalie Schroeser said that recently on the Brew to Brewer podcast, and it's true. Like, you need to have a succession plan, sale plan, whatever for, it needs to be a part of your startup business plan.
You're not wrong. Absolutely. Couple of quick comments, really quick. Chris Weisner. Hey, dudes. What's up, Chris?
Yes, man. How's North Carolina, buddy?
He's in Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. That's right.
Tennessee.
He's just south of
Nashville.
Nashville.
Yep. And what's going on, Chris? Long time no talk.
Is that next to an axe? Oh God, Chris and Axe is great.
There you go. Got a little bit. And then Doug Smith. What's up, Doug? John Holl deserves a big thank you. His podcast with Josh Knoll has been responsible for more Malort being drank on this show.
They're actually not the driving force behind the Malort, but we can give John credit if you.
Everybody should go read Josh's book on Malort.
We could
yes,
definitely, absolutely. And then Dave has been giving Jepson's Malort a lot of business. There you go.
Yeah, I've been tearing through these bottles. I actually really enjoy this stuff.
You do. I got my bottle over there, but you drink it a lot faster than
John. You'd be happy to know that my youngest son, his first shot at a bar ever was Malort.
Malort.
Broke him in.
Even by you? Like, was this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, he volunteered for it. They actually had barrel aged Malort, and his comment was, which is the comment a lot of people make, it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah. The barrel aged Malort, though, there's a pretty famous run of Steal This Beer that I do with Augie Carton. I don't know if you guys know him. He has a brewery in Jersey.
I've heard it, the name is familiar. I've heard rumblings.
We did a run of shows before Human Robots log jamming a couple years ago.
This is a human robot hat.
And we were at Sacred Vice in Philly, and Justin Seinberg brought us a bottle of barrel aged Malort. And good Lord, I think we did 4 shows, and we did a shot before each show. Because Augie and I have no off switch.
You can't say it another time, otherwise
you say it again. He pops on the show. Yes.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Like Beetlejuice.
He's probably lurking in the back right now. Hall's got to say my name contractually. Hall's got to say my name. He's got to say boat. He's got to say boat.
I actually invited him to the show. His response was, "I get enough of Hall.
I get enough of Hall." Yeah,
that's fine. That's hurtful. That's fine. We don't fully remember the end of that night with multiple shots of barrel aged Malort. So
I can imagine.
That's what it's bred for.
Justin Seinberg of Sacred Vice is the devil in the best kind of way. But
I've met him. I met him at the Carton anniversary.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He was there that night. He was, with bottles of Malort.
I did not see the bottles of Malort.
He brought bottles of Malort for Augie, and as soon as those came out,
3 times,
I walked. I saw them, and I was like, "Gentlemen,
is that why you left?"
It's 100% why I left.
I turned around, and all of a sudden, Hall was gone.
Yeah, 100%. That's why.
Oh man, that's good stuff, though. I enjoy it.
I don't mind it. I like drinking it.
Chris Weisner said, I love it too. Chris Weisner said, you have to have an amazing product. You have to be able to market that product, and you have to be able to do something that everybody else is not doing. He said,
or just do it better than it.
Or do it better, or do it a little different. Do something, something to raise an eye. And then he, Wanderback Beerworks said, good to see John drinking beer-colored beer this time around. That's right. Last year on the show, you were drinking water. Or no, milk maybe? Or
no, I was
drinking your that's
my
right.
colonoscopy.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I was getting ready for
that's right.
For fun. Clean bill of health, thanks for asking.
There you go.
Doctor said it was so good he was gonna frame it. So it was,
very
nice.
There you go.
Thank you. And
put it on it's a video, right? So put it on one of those motion the frames that have the video that
yep,
can run.
Yeah. It's coming to a beer label soon enough. The Wander Back guys, I
got to be a brown ale.
I want to low hanging fruit. You had to figure that.
That's my job here.
I gotta pay more attention to Wander Back. I feel like I hear about them when I'm on this show, and then other folks talk about them, and then fellas, reach out. Like, let me know what you're doing, please.
Yeah, good people, good beer.
Yeah,
absolutely. No,
I've never had the beer. I don't know anything about it. They did a whole thing with them Souter for her anniversary. I've never had the beer.
Yeah, the beer's very good. They were on. The 3 of them came on last April-ish. And it was a long show too, because there was 5 of us on the show then.
Okay, so. I'm not hard to find. I wanna know what's going on with Wanderback.
And there were magic tricks.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
There you go. Brian Boak tuning in back from dinner. First beer, Saranac Pale Ale. Cheers, John Holl.
Brian Boak. I was thinking of Brian the other day. I went to the final Giants home game.
I saw your pictures.
Yeah.
That was good.
And
Brian was there as well.
that was also, I lost another raffle. And
had to go there.
Yeah, it was like my brother said, how much did you pay for the tickets? And I said I got them for free. And he goes, you overpaid.
You overpaid.
It was a fun game, but I was thinking about Brian and those pictures he used to post of his legendary tailgates.
If they're still raging.
Fantastic.
Are they?
Still raging,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We took Jersey Transit there and back.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Which was really, really nice. And the Secaucus Exchange train station there had super tall boys of Coors Banquet that we had for train beers on the way back. It was nice. We had overpriced Heineken in the stadium. It was great.
There you go.
Yeah.
And he just said should have stopped by his tailgate.
Right.
L8.
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 There's an easy way to remember it.
Late.
Exact. John Fladong is always late.
You'll never stop that, will you?
No, because,
You just live by that mantra. It doesn't matter
believe
whether
it.
it's true.
will
or
you
not.
ever
said-
stop?
you-
Will
you
you ever?
said it,
Will
I
you
think
ever?
it's true now.
Will you ever stop being late?
Will you ever stop? Never mind. Hold on. Let me pull out the catalog of things that Dave could stop being. Hold on.
John is so sensitive when you call that out. It's so I love it. So I continue to do it, John.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, whatchamacallit, Chris Weisner said, just got a lot of comments here. Chris Weisner, even some of the best breweries down here in Nashville are selling Bearded Irish, just got purchased by Wiseacre.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Didn't that happen? That happened months ago, didn't it?
Well, it depends on what your definition of just is.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. And Mike Dolan, from Mike Dolan from Be United. Thanks, Mike.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Cheers, Mike.
Cheers. Thanks. And there you go. All right. But you're not wrong though. There's a lot. I mean, I had a laundry list of things I wanted to chat about with the the landscape, if you will, of the industry, what has happened in the last year, and obviously over the last several years, but specifically in 2025. With a lot of not just smaller breweries closing, but for a lot of other reasons too, other than just falling on hard times. Rogue and the like. Apparently, I watched, was it a video or an article I read? Portland, Oregon had a lot of brewery closings in 2025. Oregon specifically. I mean, everywhere did, right? But it is a little scary for the industry. I mean, beer's not going away by any means, but is it a bubble? I don't think so. I think it's more circumstantial. Your thoughts on that?
Sorry, Augie is texting me asking me if he should come on, and I told him to go live his life.
Be free.
That I love him too much to
Subject him to this.
Yes, exactly. Go be free, Augie. Go drink a weed seltzer.
Go frolic.
So Portland, Oregon is it's Brigadoon, man. Like it's one of these things where it exists entirely in itself. So I can't use that as a bellwether.
Mhm.
And I think that again, a lot of the breweries that closed were pushed out, and Jeff Allworth would know this better, but like,
Yeah, it was
the ones that I saw
Jeff posted on Beervana.
Yeah. But one of the, if you have good new breweries opening up, right,
Mhm.
and the formerly good new breweries haven't stayed as good, and people have infinite, like finite dollars that they can use, they're going to go to the better places. Like Portland doesn't suffer through bad beer. So if somebody makes a better quality beer, has a better experience, people are going to stop going to the places that they used to go in favor of the newer places. And again, there's also just other folks that just did it for a bunch of years and decided to close. But they have so many. I mean, I forget the numbers from that piece, but I want to say that like when we went out there for the Craft Brewers Conference, which must have been, I don't know, maybe a decade ago,
Mhm.
at the time, it was the Portland metro area had something like 300 breweries in it, which is just the Portland metro area, which is insane.
That is insane.
So even if like 10% of those close, that's not a huge loss for them. So, I can't compare anything else that's happening in the US to Portland ever, because they are really just their own ecosystem.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
They have their own life forms too.
They do. That's
Well,
for sure.
How much of what we're seeing is, I mean, do we think drinking culture is starting to die as we know it?
I think it's suffering.
Because you mentioned someone drinking THC seltzers.
He pronounces them seltzers.
So is it
know,
is
which
even sober, or have you never been with him
even
sober?
sober. This man
Oh.
just has his own pronunciations for everything, and
And words.
it's maddening. It's maddening.
It is.
But in the best possible way. We all still understand what he's saying, as he'll point out. There's no Rosetta Stone needed. No, you know, it's interesting. There's been a lot of talk recently about the way the world has changed, you know, since COVID, and there's some shit being tossed on younger generations about not drinking all that much or as much, and the numbers don't really bear that out with the younger generations, right? It's, you know, they're drinking different. You know, they're not necessarily drinking what we drank at that age, but there is,
I mean, Meisterbrow?
yeah, the way things have changed. You know, it's people aren't going into the office as much, or if they are, they're going to the gym afterwards, or they're going home afterwards, because during COVID they made their homes really comfortable with better couches and Netflix and fast internet. And, you know, like, why go spend money at a crowded bar when you can be comfortable and, you know, in your own home? That's part of it. Younger generations not going into the office regularly, are then not meeting new people, are not going out to the office, going to the bar after the office like they used to, or out drinking like they used to. You know, the older generations that sort of led that charge and always led that charge of like, hey, let's go out, you know, now have families and kids, and they're not going out in the same way that they used to bring the younger generation along. There
Or gout.
things that are happening. You know, and I mean, with the changing of drinking culture, people are still paying for vice. At the end of you know, in the Drink Beer Think Beer podcast this year, on our year-end wrap-up, Chris Shepard from Beer Marketers Insights was on, and he was saying, you know, like, people are still spending a lot of money on vices, but, you know, alcohol is not the only legal vice anymore.
Right.
People are spending money on booze, but they're also spending money on THC. And then he said they're also spending a lot of money on online sports betting, and they're also spending a lot of money on porn, things like OnlyFans. And so if you have $200 a week, $100 a week, $50 a week, and most of that used to go to booze, now it's going to other things. You know, they're still spending that money. It's just not going to where, you know, we want it.
Right.
No, that's very true. You know, I mean, I always said, you know, I always thought about the, you know, the THC and, you know, the legalization of marijuana in a lot of states, and even just edibles and stuff like that. And that's, you know, a big part of it. And, you know, and to your point, as you said too, the younger drinkers, you know, the ones that the 21, 22, 20 or early 20 somethings, that would always filter into the, you know, social. I mean, drinking is social, let's face it, obviously, right? You know, you're at home by yourself, you're drinking far less, if at all, than you would be if you were out with friends.
And
you know?
that's not social, but I think that's the point, is that the social nature of drinking has changed.
Right. I mean, the younger generation. So I have nieces and nephews that are in their 20s, and they socialize. Like on New Year's Eve, one of my nephews was saying, he and his girlfriend were on a game server, like a Discord channel, with friends from around the country, and they all kind of rang in the new year while playing, you know, some game and talking on headsets, and they're socializing, you know, but like, I don't know if they're drinking. I don't know who's drinking, but like, you're missing out on mannerisms. You're missing out on, like, you know, you're missing out on just, you know, a bunch of stuff, but also, you know, that younger generation
missing out on pants.
I mean, there's certain bars.
There are certain bars.
You know, I mean, there's tap rooms in Atlantic Highlands where it's optional. You know,
certain days of the week. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's no pants Sunday between 2 and 3:30, right?
Yeah, well,
I think so. It gets extended sometimes.
Look up in the telephone wires above the brewery. You'll just
Right.
endless pairs of pants. It's across the street from an elementary school. But you know, it's hard because, you know, when you don't have that generational leading the younger generation of this is when we go to the bar. This is how we communicate at the bar. This is what we do at the bar. It can be intimidating for somebody who, might want to, try different beers or be in a different thing, but walk in and not understand the language or, not understand, how to communicate to somebody at the bar like what they want, or have the confidence to say like, hey, I've never been here before, can you tell me what do you like? There are some generational gaps that have appeared with that because of the convenience of online ordering, texting, never having to see a human, unless like you're forced to. I think it is changing the culture quite a bit.
Yeah, my Jessica has a friend that literally orders everything online, and it started. It never was that way prior to the pandemic, right? But everybody ordered online for even groceries during the pandemic, right? And she just got accustomed to doing that, and still does that. She never if she could, the infrequent amount of times that she actually does leave the house, if she could do a couple of those other things that she does leave the house for at home, she'd never leave the house. And it's gotten to this point, almost 6 years now, since the pandemic started. So
yeah,
I got my second beer open.
yes,
Oh.
I saw that. Let's
This is Jersey Cyclone's Fogscape.
Fogscape had it,
And I put it in a beautiful, beautiful glass.
there you go.
it's a collector's item.
And if
You will never make them again.
Here's the thing, right? With This Week in Rauchbier, when I made the joke of like, oh, let's do glassware, right? And so I think we made 32 or something, and people are like, yeah, and they bought it like immediately. And that first batch sold out, and then it was like everybody's like, oh, we want more merch. So I was like, all right. So I did another round of glassware of 32 thereabouts, and I think like 20 of them stuck around a lot longer than I would have liked. But then people were like, give us something else, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, how about a hat? And people were like, yeah, the hat would be great. So I think the minimum order was like 72 hats. And I think we ordered those like 3 years ago now. And I still have like 30 sitting in the back. And it's just,
John Fladung will go on after this show and buy one because he's a hat whore.
Oh yeah, John knows that. I'll definitely do that. I do not. I did get a glass. It broke.
Oh,
so you need to buy another one now.
No, there's no more glasses.
No more.
There's no more.
I'll have to go on eBay, see if somebody's selling one.
$1.50.
Oh, I'll pay.
Or best offer.
I'll pay for
best
it.
offer. Yeah.
And the good thing about it is it might be local. They don't have to ship it. I'll just
just pay shipping. Yeah.
There you go. Well, there you go. That's the Fogscape. I'm having my. You want to pronounce it? I think it's Volpertingerweizen from Live Oak Brewing. It's a smoked dunkel.
Volkertingerweizen.
Volpertingerweizen, yeah. There you go. And this was brought back from Texas by you, as a matter of fact.
I did bring back a bunch from Texas. I think I still have one in my fridge.
There you go. This is the one I had left in my fridge. So I was saving it specifically since then for tonight. So, and there you go.
Well, fellas.
There you go. And what's your?
I'm joining you on the Rauchbier train here, and this is a collaboration between New Image Brewing and the Bierstadt Lager House.
Nice.
This is called Invisible Smoke, smoked Bock at 6.8%.
Ooh, very nice.
Very nice.
This is.
I love the fonts.
Oh man, this. It's like brisket and. Oh, it's like
we got to give the man a moment.
Yeah, give him a moment.
It's like wood-fired love. Oh man, I just want to have I'm gonna have a tender moment with this beer. This is
gonna say he's gonna order a whole lot more and bathe in it.
Do the super slow pour just for my. This is my first time having this beer. They sent this to me a couple of weeks ago, I should say, right after Thanksgiving, and I've been haven't had the Rauchbier occasion just yet, and this is. I haven't even smelled it yet, and I'm in love.
I don't think I've seen you this
Enraptured.
And yeah, there you go. Enraptured. There you go. Passionate about
And
a Rauch that you were drinking even at your Rauch Fest at Barrique.
I was busy and to really focus that night. My God, this is perfect. Holy crow. Guys, run, don't walk to Denver, Colorado for
Is this new
Can I
Images beer or
this
can I
is beer
fly,
stout.
John?
This is beer stout.
it's beer stuff beer?
I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna fly.
Yeah.
I will. I might know somebody in Denver that can get us a can or two. Or,
The ironically named Dustin.
what's that?
Oh,
The
Dustin
ironically,
Craft.
yes, the ironically named one, or the co-host on your other show.
The co-host tomorrow night. Yeah,
There
that
you
guy.
go.
Yeah, Harry Lugnuts, as he's professionally called.
Oh man,
Yeah.
fellas, this is
It's
I'm excited now. This is good Lord.
Let's see.
Uh,
What's the name of it again?
this is called Invisible Smoke.
Invisible
and it's a
Smoke.
Smoked Bach at 6.8% ABV.
6.8%. I'm gonna text him straight away right now.
Yeah,
There we go.
as you do. Yeah, no, definitely use the showtime for this. This is this is good. And
Well,
then
he's-
the other
he's-
thing that
I was
sitting on my
joking.
desk right now that I feel like I should get into in a little bit is
Oh,
this is the Rauchbier Spirit.
very nice. Very nice. I did. I did. Did you not have a little of that on one of the recent episodes of Steal This Beer? And
I think so. I think
And,
I made a hot toddy out of it.
yeah, that's right. You made a hot toddy
I
out
made
of
a
it.
hot toddy out
And
of it.
Mr.
Not on
Carton's-
the show that night. I was fighting a cold. I'm still fighting the same cold.
And somebody asked you to bring
Yeah.
it to the brewery, and
Yes.
you said, "Yeah, no, not doing it. It's just not happening." No.
That'd be gone in a flash. You do.
Yeah. Between that and Malort.
Yeah.
Good Lord, this is there any other information on here? Oh, and it looks like it was brewed at New Image, not even at brewed by New Image, so not even brewed
Wow.
at Bierstadt. Good Lord, this is great. Anyway,
Nice.
what were we talking about, guys?
Beer
Beer.
industry and beer. Yeah, exactly. Let's dial it back a second. Let's
All right, hang on. You guys don't need to see me blow my nose the entire time.
Oh, no, listen.
Oh no, I thought you were dialing it back.
Trying to be nice, you know.
Looking for the dial.
You guys are, eating cheese and just
There you go.
chewing into the mic, but I'm going to try to be a little.
I'm out of cheese.
Out of cheese. You've eaten it all, have you?
I've eaten it all.
There you go. Have you? Oddly enough, I was going to say, have you had any?
Cheese?
Have you had any cheese? Yeah, oddly enough, I was going to ask that question. Have you had any new smoked beers? And obviously, I don't have to ask that question now because the what you're drinking right now is probably takes the cake. It may even make the top three list. Depending obviously what the topic is later.
May have changed John's list.
I like that you guys think I prepared a list. I think that's really cute that you guys think I prepared a list.
Oh, of course we did. You even if you haven't, you have.
It's
something flashed across your mind when I told you what the list was.
Yes.
That's a prep one way or another.
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of go by breweries these days. I mean, Barrique obviously is still, I think, doing well. I mean, Spencer just left Barrique, which is a huge blow for that brewery. But they're doing just amazing things, or he's doing amazing things as a Rauchbier brewer. I mean, we were talking about Nashville before for their 20th anniversary. Might have been longer. I don't know how long Yazoo's been around. They did a Rauchbier for their 20th. They did a Gratzer for their, I think, hang on.
Yazoo. Let's see.
Yeah.
They opened in 2003.
Okay, so this is their anniversary. So this is whatever their anniversary is. This is their their 22nd anniversary. Their Southern Gratzer. Congrats.
Nice.
Yeah.
Didn't they do a smoked porter at the Rockfest you had at the
Probably. I mean,
Believe-
Sue had been around.
Sue? It was
forever.
Sue. It was
Yeah.
Sue. Yeah, it was Sue.
I mean, it's the Southern brewers' embrace of Rauchbier, I think makes sense with barbecue. I don't think it pairs well with barbecue, but I think it goes really. It's an easier sell in places that understand smoke and pit, and I mean, Todd at Goodword is one of those, and I mean, there's the South does well when it comes to it, and I think they put the good time and effort into it. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, I'll open this later on, but I mean, it's more smoke breweries to me as well. And what's fun is because of the popularity of This Week in Rauchbier, I mean, more brewers. I mean, fives of brewers every year are making Rauchbier, and it's really exciting.
And I love to hear that John has finally embraced that This Week in Rauchbier has had an impact.
Yeah. I mean, we've really been trying hard to get out there. It's a grassroots campaign.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we got on the ballot in 31 states this last cycle.
That's very nice. Very
great.
Nice. Kudos for that.
Yeah, we're hoping for 32 within the next 5 years. It's going to be great.
Nice. Onward and upward. On speaking of Nashville, Chris Weisner did right back
Chris.
in. He said the entire market down here in Nashville is down. Restaurants, breweries. The younger generations are definitely not drinking as much and are leaning towards THC beverages. And he said Broadway is one of those rare exceptions.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, it's but the THC stuff, and Augie Carton's talked about this a little bit as well. Like, they're not super social. Like, if you want to enjoy them, that's fine. But my big trying to wrap my head around them is, if you drink them when you're out, you can probably have one, but maybe not more than one, right. Without it really affecting your personality. It doesn't, it's not a great social beverage. I think he's right when he's made that point in the past.
No, I'd have to agree with that.
But Broadway in Nashville is always going to be different. I mean, bars in New York City are always going to be different. Downtown Denver is always going to be different. I mean, it's places that people travel to. Vegas, it's not going to be down. But for the mom and pop liquor stores, it's going to be either grabbing the high ABV stuff or grabbing the shitty macro stuff, and I can appreciate why it's down. People, like I said before, people are just spending their money in different ways as well. They're getting their kicks from more than just booze.
This is very true.
Yeah.
And then he said, can't beat a good old Axe Schlenkerla.
Hard to.
And Brian Boak's second beer, he's drinking a Ramstein Winter Wheat Draft.
Oh.
Not just
so he's there.
No, he gets a keg from Greg every year.
Oh, look at that.
What's he got? Is it got 4 taps, right?
4, I believe he has 4 taps.
Is Winter Wheat the one that Zaccardi always did? What was their big winter seasonal? Has it always been Winter Wheat?
Winter Wheat's always that, yeah. But he does the Eisbach in February,
right?
But the big winter seasonal is the Winter Wheat. It's the one that George would always pour in the mug and hang the pretzel off the side up at Andy's Corner.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, that was a fun beer. There's like, if I'm remembering correctly, there was like, I don't know, like baked cherry notes to it.
Yeah,
like it had kind of it's been a good couple of years since I've had it, probably like 15 years since I've had it, but that was one of those big smack you in the head with a sledgehammer beers.
It's a really
it is.
It is.
We should just all descend on Boak's house this weekend and help him kill that keg.
There you go. We could do that. And
I like that you're doing it without the invitation. Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, it's always an invitation.
It's a standing invitation.
I guarantee you, before the show's over, Brian will extend the invitation.
Yes, stop by. Right. Yeah. And then he said, Wonderback said, we'll find a way to get some beer all the way up there.
It's just over the Driscoll, fellas.
Fording rivers and dysentery, just major concerns. To get some to the Don too. South Jersey grain flex, just need a customs attorney for that one. There you
Well,
go.
we know that's Justin now posting.
Yeah, Don Tess loves his free beer, and he loves people to fill out customs forms for him to get it. It's big fan of Don and
one of his great joys in life.
One of his great joys in life.
He's great. He's a fun guy.
He is. He is. That's for sure. I have to. Here, hold on. There it is. Stop by my house and have one. There you go. So, well,
that's not an invitation to drain the keg. He said one.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
He said one. Smart man.
John, I'll pick you up on my way up the parkway. I'll pick you up.
Man, that second beer went down quick, John.
So did mine. Well, they were both 12 ounce.
No, I was talking about yours. Yeah, we both. No, mine's not done
his
yet.
second one.
No, your second one.
Oh, mine. Oh, yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good beer.
There you go. Fantastic. I'll open my third, but you know what? John, can you think of anything good? Like positive notes, good takeaways, not good in general. Anything good, right?
Yeah.
No, good takeaways from the beer industry.
Got beer in front of him is what it is.
You know, something that's not, doom and gloom. Something that, not that the optimism, isn't in myself as well as you and Dave and a lot of us, but
find us the silver lining.
The silver lining of 2025. What can be a takeaway from 2025 that's not, oh geez, where are we going? That kind of thing.
No, I think the silver lining is the folks who are living through it, who are resolved to do better this year, to roll with it better this year, to figure out, what their place in this industry is going to be and how they can be the best at it. Or come to the realization, and again, not a bad thing, of like, hey, this has been a good run. I'm gonna dip out. I that's sort of the silver lining, is the reality of the situation and people coming to terms with it. Like this whole let the good times roll thing just doesn't apply anymore, and people are making hard decisions, but in the service of, hopefully, still keeping people on and paying them a fair wage and a good wage, and giving people a place that they want to come to. But I mean, so many of the breweries that opened up with, even like during the pandemic or right before the pandemic, like never should have opened in the first place. Like there was no cohesive thought to the business plan. There was no, like it just, they didn't care about the beers. They're like, oh, this is going to be an easy way to print money. So the silver lining is like, we've removed a lot of the foolishness from the way that people think about it. Like you don't open up a pizzeria, in Jersey just because you have a passion for pizza. Like you have to know how to make a good pie. You have to, understand what you want your crust to be, what you want your sauce to be. You have to understand like what's going to get people in the door and then get them coming back again, and then can hit consistency over and over and over again. Like, it's breweries have to be the same way. And so the optimism is, the reality has kicked in, and it's going to make people more clear-eyed going forward. And again, the conversations that I'm having with folks where it's like, I want to open up and maybe be a Saison brewery. I want to open up and I'm going to focus on stouts. I'm going to open up and, just be a place where the neighborhood can come and play Dungeons and Dragons, or play alternative music, or it's one of the great losses of 2025 was losing True Brewery out of Denver and Asheville, and everybody knew them as the heavy metal brewery, but they had a niche and they had a customer base, and they were unapologetically true to themselves, and that's awesome. Like that is, we need more of that. And it's okay to do that, because again, I talked to Nick Nuns when he was done, and he left it all on the field. He was like, we did what we wanted to do, and it was great. And he's, sad because it's over, but like happy because it happened. And
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like if it's just, I don't know why people didn't, connect with us, or, like it's the market, it's COVID, it's everything. It's like a lot of other people survive the market. A lot of other people survive COVID. Like there's always going to be extenuating circumstances, but like maybe you were just kind of meh.
Yeah.
So I've got two takeaways from that
Sure.
extraordinary run-on sentence. One, that we're seeing addition through subtraction.
Sure.
The attrition is going to leave craft beer in a better place because the quality level across the board will be better. But also that those that are opening have lessons to learn from.
Sure.
Right? Did I summarize that properly?
Yeah, I mean, to some extent, it sounds like it was. Yeah, that. But I look, hey, I love the final line of that, because that really sums it up. Maybe you were just kind of meh, And there's a number of breweries, and I will never call anyone out.
Well, there's one we call out on the show all the time.
Well, there's one we call out on the show all the time, but they deserve it.
Yale Terrace.
But in any event,
and that's because
I haven't been, fellas.
It's because Gattulo is unapologetically.
Yeah, Al started it. We just continued it.
We'll blame Gattulo on that one.
But in any event, but no, I never call it. But there's a lot of breweries that fit that bill to a T. Maybe you're just kind of mad. No real business plan. Got in it too. I can name you a laundry list of people that I've heard. Some of them directly from them that got in it because they wanted to print money. Yeah, that's really all it was.
Sure,
and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, it's Yale Terrace aside. Yeah, no, it's I hope that era is behind us, and I hope that like those of us who stick around for a lot longer can be a guide to the new generation that's going to open up and be like, don't do this. Like, there's a reason that, breweries like Green Bench or Bierstadt or Enegrin or,
sure, Enegrin's great.
Like that have focus and that care what they do and, are unapologetic about it and are obsessed with, we need more Phil Valentines. We need more, I'm going to fix this light bulb, even though I'm going to be out of this building in a month.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say that the last time or any time that I was at Cambridge, that I noticed Phil, changing a light bulb by any means, but, or certainly the last time before they closed, but hearing that story, it's disheartening that, they had to, pull it up. When you have an owner that's that passionate about what he's doing, that detail.
I disagree with that. Like they chose to. It wasn't a landlord thing. It was, who can run it in the same way that Phil could.
Right.
He took care of everybody. There wasn't, the means for anybody to really, that was involved to take over or the desire to take over. So end it on your own terms, sure. Right? Because if somebody else had come in, like, VC had come in, or, two fans who have more money than they should, who are going to buy it out from Phil. Phil gets a nice payday. The staff gets a nice payday. They get to walk away. Two guys take over this name and this space, right? That is important. And if the burger's not as good, if the beer that Will is making, because Will's not making it anymore, is not as good, it's their legacy that gets tarnished over time, not necessarily, new yahoos that come and take over. And that brand lives on. The guys at Castle Island are making that beer. I've not yet had it. Made by Castle Island. I've heard good things. They're a brand that can be trusted. But I think taking over the entire business and being there, Phil was smart to walk away when he did. He wanted a retirement. He didn't want to leave that brewery feet first.
And you could tell that that was the case because, as you said, they stayed open for 4 months for people to come in and give their final respects. What other brewery that's being forced to close
It's going to do that, yeah.
Right. And I mean, and that's sort of the thing as well of being able to have these moments, you know, for brands that matter. You know, when I see, and we saw this in Jersey in 2025, you know, breweries that I'd never heard of in South Jersey or whatever, you know, who are like posting on Wednesday. It's like, well, Friday's it. Sorry, we're out. It's like, these are folks who opened up their checkbook on that Wednesday morning. And we're like, oh shit, we're out of money. Like we have to close, like that kind of thing. And you get an outpouring of support, and you see the comments on Facebook of just like, thanks for all the memory. You know, people have these fun things, you know, but those were the people who were forced to close as opposed to leaving on their own terms. And again, you know, it's, you can retire and walk out of the building and, you know, have pitched a near perfect game. Man, that's.
Yeah. You say it like that. You're absolutely right. You know, and then the breweries then, you know, we just had Cricket Hill. Just after all these years, sold the brewery and the brand, right? But like, what's my point? Rick actually
to who? Like,
I don't know. I don't know who they are. I saw the post on it, but I don't know who they are.
I saw these guys and like I've never seen them before. Don't know these names.
So 20 years ago, more or less, let's say more. I was working on a story about New Jersey breweries for a newspaper, and I went to Cricket Hill when they were doing their voluntary. They needed volunteers for their bottling
line. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I was there with two other buddies. I must have just been out of college, right? So just out, you know, 2002, 2003, something like that. And I'm there with two buddies because I'm like, oh, you guys should come along. And you know, photographer comes along and all that. And I interview Rick, and buddies stick around, and you know, the bottling thing ends and people leave, and I'm interviewing Rick for a few more minutes. We get some shots, and Rick's pretty in his cups, and he's like, all right, just close the door behind you when you're done, and just get home safe, and leaves me and my two buddies alone in the brewery.
I've heard so many stories along these lines.
And so like, I wish I had this epic story of like, we called all of our friends and we're like, we have the other thing. But instead, like, we just kind of like walked up to the wall and, you know, poured ourselves a beer and just kind of stood around like we were on candid camera and finished our beer and put them in the sink and walked out and closed the door behind us. And who was Rick's business partner for a long time? John something or other.
John Watts.
I told this story to Watts years later, like after I become the editor at All About, and I was, you know, hanging out, and we saw each other. I guess he was doing his consulting thing or something. And he got so mad when I told him that story. He was like, and I wish you were the first person to tell me that story, but you're not the first person to tell me that story. He did that all the fucking time. You know, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I just had a beer and I left.
I know.
Well, like, it was, yeah.
It's a story I
tell. Who wants to buy Cricket Hill? Like, I, you know, not to disparage what Rick and John built or anything else like that, but like, I don't think that brand's been relevant for years.
It hasn't. It hasn't.
You know,
and did some things, but they, you know, I look, I love Rick, but
yeah.
To your point, the first time, and Dave's no story I've said before on the show.
The story. God, I wish I had to pee, but I don't.
You know, yeah, because you know the story. It's probably right around the same time. The first time I went there, it was probably 03 or 04-ish, 02. Showed up, you know, for the Friday night tour. You know,
sure.
That was the tour. Get there, started at 5. I got there probably at 4:30, 25-2. Pull in the back. It snowed. It was January, and Rick's out by the main door shoveling. So I pull up, I open the window, and I said, you know, is the tour on today? He says, absolutely. Go park over there and go inside and grab yourself a beer. So I parked. I went inside. There's nobody in there. So I'm alone in there. Rick's outside shoveling. I opened the door. I said, there's nobody in here, Rick. Or there's nobody in here. I didn't know his name was Rick, obviously. There's nobody in here. He says, yeah, go ahead. Go pour a beer. The first beer I ever at Cricket Hill, I poured myself.
I mean, what was that? Like, they had like it was a bock of some kind or some strong beer, Colonel Blythe, which was like named after the guy that saved their boiler when it was died.
Blythe, Kevin Blythe. He's he was the guy that ran the machine shop next door.
Welder, yeah,
the welder,
yeah. I mean, just like. And there's fun, janky stories from those early days of, you know, this second, third generation of craft, right? Like, you know, they're fun and they're scrappy, and every business should have those types of things. And like, again, not to shit on what Rick did or what John did or any of those, because like, a lot of us drank that beer for a really long time, and it was, important because it was early.
Sure.
It was available, and so we drank it.
Mhm.
But that's a brand that has not, in as far as I can tell, done anything to improve or change since those days that we were there in 0203.
I think they did clean a beer line.
Oh, stop. Come on.
But you know what I mean?
They may have swept. I think
It's,
they
No,
swept.
it's one of
you're
those things.
right.
So again, these guys deserve retirement. These guys deserve to say, "Hey, we did a thing, and we did it for a long time, and
Yeah.
we brought a lot of people a lot of joy."
Almost 25 years they were there. Yeah.
I don't understand why somebody would buy that and continue on. That's not those guys, and maybe these owners have a great explanation for it.
No.
But like, I don't know. You can start your own thing without the baggage, and
You know what? I can only assume that they're keeping the Cricket Hill name. I don't know whether it was part of the whole deal or anything, but obviously it was the space and the equipment. And maybe they were local.
So maybe it's a turnkey, but also like, burn some sage and like buy all the bleach. And
But defend that joke, John. It came from Rick himself, actually, because
which one?
About they cleaned a beer line.
Yeah,
because I was at the brewery and I'm looking around. He goes, "Yeah, it's a little dirty in here, but as long as the inside of the lines are clean, right?"
Right.
That's what he would tell you.
Rick's a good guy, but
it's first time I met him, I was actually doing a blog, an intro to myself, and I said, I'm doing a blog. He goes, "Oh my God, I just felt a bunch of money leave my pocket." I'm like, "No, I'm not here." I
was going to say, yeah, you were blogging. You weren't making money.
You weren't making
anything. I was making money. Seriously.
So.
No money involved in there. That's why I stopped blogging. So now I do this and make no money.
And we do this and make no money. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You guys do this for no money. That's we need to talk.
It's $1 here and $1 there, and
when we go on Sundays, when we go and do confession, this is what the priest tells us we need to do. This is our
penance.
This is our penance. Yes, this is how we atone for our sins. And we sin.
Sorry, I'm taking photos of this beer now, just to share with everybody how amazing it is.
This is the invisible smoke.
Yeah.
Is this going on? Is this going up on This Week in Rauchbier?
It will in just mere minutes.
All three of these will go up when we're done. I'll put them up with the Dave. Did you open your third?
I done did.
You did. What
it is? It's this right here. I'm drinking it.
Is it
Can you tell by the color of this what it might be?
That might be the.
It might be the Schlenkerla. The root beer.
The root beer. Yes.
The root beer.
There you go.
They call it Weichel.
Weichel, yeah. I opened my mine as well. My third. This is. My face wasn't as good as John's was with the invisible smoke, but it's damn close because of a lot of reasons. It's
Freem family.
Freem family. It's a maple barrel aged smoke porter. It is absolutely fantastic. Love it,
guys. If I was sticking around for a little bit longer, which I'm not, because I have things to do, as you guys know, and this has been a real treat. My third beer was going to be from Brewed.
Oh, the Rauchbier.
Yeah, they're 7.1%, which after the 6.8 smoke bock that I'm drinking, I'm glad I'm shutting it down.
There you go.
So I think that's the cue to go to the top three.
I think that's the cue.
All right, you wanted to go to the top three? Let's
do it. Let's go to the top threes. Our top three list tonight is top 3 favorite American brewed smoked beers. Top 3 favorite American brewed smoked beers. John, please start us off.
Again, I don't have like a real list, so I'm just gonna go with like literally what's on my desk right now. The Yazoo Southern Gratzer at number 3, the Barrique Rauchbach at number 2.
Despite not having drank, but you've had drink.
No, I haven't had them yet, but they're on my desk. It's just they're by default. And then number 1 with a bullet right here. New Image Bierstadt Invisible Smoke Box 6.8%. Gold medal winning at the This Week in Rauchbier American Beer Festival. And then I don't know.
American Rauchbier Festival. I like that. It's good thing.
No, you guys are much more. This is the fun thing about this week in Rauchbier, which as we've said before, it started off as a joke, and now it's a cultural phenomenon, and I'm proud to
It quite literally is. So,
but like, there's people who drink a ton more Rauchbier than I do, who are out like posting a ton more than I do, and I feel like I'm not qualified to do a list like that unless these beers are literally sitting on my desk.
fair enough.
Yeah. All right, so flip a coin, fellas. Who's gonna?
No,
Dave goes second. I go last.
Oh, okay.
I've got a bunch of honorable mentions, but I'll skip over a bunch of them.
I have two, so do two.
Do two. I'm going to leave an obvious one off. But one of my honorable mentions is one that I thought John Holl may actually have in his closet there. I don't know, maybe not. Rauchbier, what was it? 15 was a Rauchbier. I don't know if you've got any of the old anniversary Weyerbacher's in there or not.
No, I'd be afraid to
open them now. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it was a 15, right? What did I write? Yeah,
I believe it is. Yeah.
A number two, because the name just kept coming up today, was Swisher, Carton Swisher. Very interesting beer. The concept of that beer,
the original Swisher,
the cherry Swisher. Yeah,
cherry
was the original.
Yeah.
Was the original, not the Wayne's Way, not the peach, the cherry, not the butt kissing Wayne's Way from his first appearance at Hunapoo. That's what it was.
Butt kissing Wayne's Way.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Motherfucker's gonna come on now and
hold on. He just texted me. Hold on.
He's gonna own. He'll own that. Trust. Aged on cedar staves in honor of the Humidor series is what was done there. But I love the whole concept of Swisher.
I also love that you remember this when people are like, "Hey, that beer that Augie did." I was like, I don't know. Like, he talks at me all the time with it. I was like, I have no concept.
Oh, you've got the ability to tune him out. That's a talent.
It's a buddy of mine who lives in town brought two of the coffees from this year, which I was like vaguely aware were out, and he was like, "Oh, I went to Carton. I got more regular coffee in the variants than I should." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Let me drop some off for you." I was like,
"Please don't."
All right.
I just want to get you up there. I texted him the other day. I just want to have the taste the old fashioned that he did.
You know what? It's silly, in the best possible way. The cinnamon. I've never had an old fashioned with cinnamon in it. I don't think that's a thing. I think Augie's trying to make fetch happen with that. But I'll tell you what, the cinnamon is the ingredient that brings that whole thing together. The orange would be out of whack.
Sure.
The coffee would be too green bell peppery. The cinnamon, for whatever reason, brings that beer exactly to where it should be. And I split a can with the missus and drank the whole half can, and that's I texted him that night. Like, I was proud of him for it. Anyway, I derailed you. I need to leave, so you need to do this thing.
So the Swisher, I love the concept behind it. It was all about being, teenagers in the woods, getting stoned, and then smoking a Swisher before you came home.
Sure.
And he accomplished that. So my top three. Number one, The Wick by Oddbird. Yeah, God, he does some good stuff there, and it really surprised me. It's one of the first beers I had from Oddbird. And
Adam, I didn't even know Adam did a Rauch.
He does a Rauch.
He's a big smoked fan.
Yes, he is.
Oh, you know what? We did talk about that on the show we had him on, right?
I think he's got a hat.
He probably
he's got a Rauchbier hat.
And I also know that he's got one of these that he keeps on the counter. I think it's the tip jar.
Yeah, I still haven't made it out there.
Maybe I'll bring out another. Maybe I'll bring out another glass for him for the tip jar. And then
steal that one.
And I'll steal that one. There you go.
I think he'll fight you for it.
Is that a head high glass?
Nice.
It's white. It's white.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh boy, that was mean. I like it.
No, it was honest. It was honest, is what it was.
Everybody else is up in arms about it except Mike. So,
my number two is.
He never said a word to me. So.
Yeah. Beechwood Rauchbier from Temple and Family Brewing in Salt Lake City.
What a great brewery.
Mhm.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Nice
And the
guys.
thing is, and you talk about hospitality, they do it right there. Everybody there, they love working there, and it shows.
Yeah.
And the way the staff treats their customers is unsurpassed on so many breweries I've ever been to, especially in Utah.
Yeah,
It is really just a great place to go.
I was there in September. My cousin was skating for a spot on the U.S. Short track speed skating team.
Oh, cool.
In Salt Lake, and she made the team. And then they
Nice.
did really well in the Worlds, and she's going to the Olympics.
Very nice.
My first cousin is an Olympian
Very nice.
in
What's-
short track speed skating.
What's the name?
Cameron Lute, Lute.
Okay, we'll have to look for them and root for them during the Olympics.
Yeah,
that are
no,
coming up.
we're super proud of her. It's really
That's
great.
this year.
It's like a month and a half from now.
Yeah. Awesome.
But I was in Utah, and it was the first brewery that I went to, and I had such a great time that I actually went back the next day. I was like, oh, I could go to other breweries, or I could go back to Templin, and I did, and it's on my list of breweries you have to visit in 2026. So anyway, sorry, go ahead.
100% agree. One of my favorite breweries in the country. And speaking of favorite breweries in the country, my number one comes from possibly my favorite brewery in the country, and that's from Schilling, and that's their Pivo Goloditsky.
It's beautiful.
It's such a beautiful beer, so clean. The smoke level is perfect on it. Absolutely love that beer.
Nice.
On to you, John.
You know what? There's a lot of beers I could have put on this list.
I've written a bunch down because
you know what?
I came prepared.
Yeah, no, I literally I could have done. Zunden from Schilling comes to mind. It's a fantastic smoked Schwartz beer. It's delicious. And what was the The smoked Baltic Porter? I gave you a can, I think. I forget what the name of that was. I'll think of it. But yeah. But I got a couple of mentions. I kind of went back a little bit with a couple of these because I didn't want to cater to what I've just had recently. I wanted to think about what I've had over the years, right? But my two honorable mentions actually come from John's Rauchbier fest that he had at Barrique at CBC in Nashville a few years ago. And that's the Maple Rauch from Von Trapp, the 7% smoked amber with maple syrup. I mean, hello, wow. Right? So good.
It's right in your alley.
Yeah, and the Gratzer that Barrique did that day too, 3.8% Grodzitsky. But my top three, my number three is actually from Switchback, and I think I had it on the show once. It was the Bomberg style Oktoberfest that they did.
Okay.
It literally was a fantastic smoke, Martin. Listen to me, Mertzen.
Oof.
Yeah, it was delicious. It really was. And Switchback is, an OG up there in Burlington, but some of their stuff is OG, but some of their stuff's fantastic. And this smoked Mertzen was delicious. My number two is a Treehouse beer, Life Without Music. They're 5.3% Rauch.
That was one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah, it's really good. And my number one, I'm going back for it because I haven't had it in years, but Epic Brewing's Smoked and Oaked.
Oh, that was a great,
fantastic.
That was a great beer.
That was delicious.
Now, they did a smoked Brainless on Peaches as well.
They did.
That was really something else.
It was delicious.
Now, I find something very, very interesting because I think maybe all three of us just put it up as a given. Smoked porter from Alaska.
Alaska smoked porter, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had it
given,
fresh for the last 2 years.
It's been years since I've had it, so yeah.
Yeah, but yes, it's critically important. See, I was taking notes. It's like all these things that I have to go back and remember and or try for the first time. Fellas, I have family stuff to do, so thank you. I stayed a lot longer than I thought I was going to.
You did
because I was having fun, and you guys are doing great, and I hope you're around in 2027. And if you see the value, I'm happy to come back. If I turn into a cautionary tale,
You
I
will
hope
never
you'll-
turn into a cautionary tale.
I hope you'll
I don't
talk
think you
shit
ever
about
will.
me appropriately, like we have to all the people that we just did.
Get it.
And
And
once
the Yale Towers of beer writers, please let me know.
and don't you worry, once you log off, we'll talk shit about you.
100%. That's
Yeah.
fine, and I'll never know because I don't watch.
All right, hold on. 125. That's the open.
I love his
the open
honesty.
right there.
That's
Love the honesty.
fellas. Thanks so much for having me. And,
John,
Thanks,
absolutely.
John.
We
Always a
it's always a
pleasure.
pleasure
keeping
when you
Ralph
come
Beer
on.
alive, and
100%.
yeah,
And to everybody who
I'll see you in
watches,
Reading.
we don't dislike each other as much as it appears we do.
No, I'm a big fan of you guys. Thanks, fellas.
Absolutely, John. I'll reach
Thanks,
out
John.
to you. I want to talk to you. I got a couple things to chat about. A couple like next week or whatever. I'll reach out to you. We'll have a beer
Anytime.
and
I'm around.
you got it.
And before you go, real quick, Wanderback beer. Oh no, we've already read that. Never mind.
Okay.
Actually,
But-
did we read that one? No,
Oh, Justin. Yeah, Justin came up.
Justin said love this. I'm not sure what he
Yeah.
meant by that, but he said love this. But I think he was talking about what he said about Don.
Yeah, probably. He's just, he's just looking at the mirror and
He logged off of Wanderback Beer Works
Logged off
profile
his
and logged
personal.
onto his own one.
I don't know the guys, but it feels like that tracks.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no, it does. It
It actually does.
All right.
Thanks, fellas.
John. Thank you very much. We'll talk
Bye,
to you.
John.
Appreciate it. All right. So great show, great smoke beer show as always.
Oof.
How was that? How was that? Rock
Because
beer?
I think
Is it as good as this one?
It's every bit as good as that one.
I haven't opened it yet. That's the I'm asking.
Yeah, I know. You've had it before.
I've had it
You've
before.
drank it on the show
I
already.
did.
It's just after the first two. This one's and it's only 4.6.
Mhm.
But I think because drinking the first two, it's drinking heavier than a 4.6 for me right now.
This is drinking lighter than a 9.1, and it is the smoke is muted, but it's there and it's really nice. The maple is a little bit not as muted, but muted. But it's really it's there and it's got a nice layer on top of the porter, but the porter just shines through of the three, and it's a really beautiful blend of the three flavors, and it's so good.
That's nice.
As you would imagine from Freem, right? So
yeah, I've got to say something. I've never seen John Holl as happy on this show as when he took his first sip of that new Image Brewing and Bierstadt collab.
Oh my God, yeah.
I've never seen him that happy.
Well,
I don't think I've ever seen him that happy.
I honestly, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. He when I made the comment about his Rock Beer Fest at Barrique a few years ago at CBC, he
was busy being a host.
Well, he was and he wasn't, but there were a couple of times where we were standing there, and I was with him and Augie and Don and Matt, and we were standing there, and he was just purely involved in delicious Rauch beer that we were drinking, and as good as it was, and as good as it was that he let us know that he was tasting the deliciousness of that beer, it still wasn't matching the way he felt about that beer.
Nice.
So definitely gonna have to get some of that. A couple other comments. Hold on one second. Actually, Chris, I'll go back to this one. Chris Weisner said, I like the way he put that. You can't open up a brewery with mediocre product anymore, nor could you a number of years ago. He said, I just want to get back to this, and I want to say it. I want to get back into the comments and the conversation, but I want to put these comments up. You had to open up with a fantastic product. Back in the hot rod days, people would always wanted to come into our restaurant, but some of them I wouldn't bring in because their product was nothing special. It was mediocre at best. 100%. I agree with you.
You've got to be picky.
And Chris, 100%. I was doing the same thing down the road in Little Falls, so I 100% know what you're talking about. You know that I know.
It's not exactly down the road.
Oh, it's down the road. It's far down the road.
Oh,
It's down
very.
the road.
You got to go on a bunch of different roads.
Not so much. No, you're down 80, right? And then you get off 80.
But you got to get to
and then
80 first.
80 wasn't far from Hot Rods.
No, it wasn't far from Hot Rods.
And it was only about the same distance off of 80 as it was 280 from Hot Rods. So, and then Brian Boak said, third beer, Jackalope Brewing, Bear Walker Brown, brewed with maple syrup. One of my favorite Nashville beers. One of my favorite brown ales.
Nashville's, Nashville. Yeah.
And Jackalope is it's funny. that you're drinking that beer, Brian, I actually almost wore, instead of this beer 30 from the Fifth Ingredient, I almost wore a Jackalope Brewing shirt tonight on the show. So that I got at the brewery. There you go. So, and he did say before he also has Ramstein Oktoberfest and his Belgian Saison, plus bottles of his Wonderboer and Stout, and his Stout Mild,
the blend that he made.
The blend that he made. So yeah. So you know what? If we have time, maybe we'll take a ride.
We might.
I have Sunday open. I don't know what you're doing. So
I don't know what I'm doing yet. I got to look at the weather report.
Fair enough. We could check that out. Justin did write back and he said, "I cannot take credit for the Wonderback comment.
It was him.
I love the mass stuff about doing this the right way." Yeah. You're right. You're not wrong. And then Chris just wrote back. He said, "Just now, I will admit I still have one bottle of 2010 Oak Smoke in the cellar." Carrie says how long it will have aged. That's how long it will have aged. I do not have high hopes, though. Chris, you gotta let me know how it is. You gotta let us know how it is. And he said from the beer of the month gift, something's from the beer of the month gift. Oh, Jackalope beer.
Yes,
the Jackalope is from the beer of the month gift. There you go. I'll bring another can. I do have one. So actually, I think I have a couple of them.
Very nice.
There you go.
I haven't been. It's been in Nashville. I got to get back down. I have to admit, though, when I was there, Jackalope was not my favorite brewery.
No, look, I love that beer, and I had it before I went there, and there were a few things that I had at Jackalope that were pretty cool. The space is kind of neat.
The space is eclectic.
Yep.
I love the space. You can definitely play Ring Around the Rosie in that place. There's so many rooms there. The coffee next door is really good.
Yes.
Right. They share the space with the coffee place. Can't remember the name of it. And one of my favorite places to eat down there that hurt me quite a bit is Party Foul, just down the road from them.
Right.
I'm not even going to get into that story because that should not be told in polite company. Not that there's any polite company left, nor was there any polite company when John was on the show or anybody listening for that matter. But it's just really not one to tell.
And I got to be honest with you, Barrique is probably my favorite brewery in Nashville.
Okay.
I do have to say, probably for all intents and purposes, probably my favorite brewery in Nashville. But one surprise, because I didn't know they existed, and B, it was a stop by that was supposed to be a one and done, and we wound up hanging out there for a couple hours. And that was Fail of Force.
I've never been to that one. I think they opened after I've been there last.
It was so good, so good.
My favorite was Southern Grist.
Southern Grist is in my top 5. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's probably in my top 3, to be honest with you. You know what? In whatever order you want to put them in, it's Barrique, Southern Grist, and Fail of Force.
Yeah.
And the good thing about Southern Grist is they were only about, not even a mile from our Airbnb. So it was always you know what? We're heading back. Hey, let's stop at Southern Grist. Yeah,
which means you stayed very close to where we stayed last time we were there.
Mm-hmm. And the one, I forget the name of it. What's funny is I gotta go back to where's the
There's a couple on the outskirts that I really liked, like Black Abbey.
Yep.
Other than Gilded Lily, Bearded Iris. Probably means the same thing.
Sure. Living Waters.
See, another one that was not open when I was there last.
Living Waters was very, very good. And the best thing about Living Waters, okay. So now all the Airbnbs, right? We pulled in on the street and we pulled into the driveway and hit the garage door and pulled into the garage for the Airbnb that we were in. It was a townhouse.
You had to hit the garage door and
had to hit the garage door. It would open, right? Yeah, exactly. Oh. So we go in. But if you walk out the front door, which was on the other side, right? If you walk out the front door of the Airbnb, and it's just a walkway, right? There's no street. It's just like paths through the development, right? You walk out the front door, close it, of course, and then walk down the steps and then make a left. I was going to say right. Make a left. Yeah. Walk about 100 feet, and you come up on a parking lot to your left, and Living Waters Brewery is to your right.
Yeah,
it was literally 100 feet from our Airbnb. So. we were very happy. So there you go.
So a couple of the other things that I was going to say as far as honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
While there's Lightwing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Talk about breweries that are gone now.
Sure.
But Lightwing was a really good one. And also anything by Living Oak. Live Oak, that is.
Live Oak, yeah.
Yeah, I put this in here just in case I felt like a fourth. I'm not going to drink it.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I have one more of those too, and that was fantastic.
It's really good.
Yeah. So I'm
Chip
just
some stuff
enjoying this. I was gonna have a fourth. I'm just enjoying this. This would have been my fourth had I decided that I was having four. I'm glad I didn't because I'm enjoying this. And if I had another one and then went to this, I wouldn't have been enjoying it as much. So I'm
I know that John Holl shows don't go that long because he has his family
He
responsibilities.
does have his family. Yeah, John. When John comes on, anybody that's just watching the show or listening to the show for the first time, John usually logs off before we finish the show because he has his family responsibilities, and that's fine. And then Dave and I finish up. So we're not. My point in telling you this is we're not going to be disappointed if you just want to end the show here and just wait till the next one comes along. So.
Yeah.
So it always turns into just the two of us for a brief amount of time, but that's why we'll go to the comments. I do want to put up Justin's really quick. Oh, wait a minute. Brian first said, and the Saranac.
Okay, yes.
That he had earlier. And he says he also has their Pilsner. Yes, that's pretty tasty as well. But Justin Vitti put up, for smoked beer, Human Robot smoked.
I've never had that one.
Is absolutely stellar. I've had it. It's delicious. I've had a couple of the smoked beers, a couple of the Rauch beers that Human Robot has done.
And
I was down there a couple weeks ago, as a matter of fact.
And I love smoked Helles.
Yep, the smoked Helles is delicious. It's a Helles lager. Krausen, yeah, Krausen from their full Rauch beer yeast. Krausen from their full Rauch. Yep. I was going to say it. That nice kiss of smoke without being overpowering. Light and a dry finish. It's delicious.
Well, that's the other thing. That's always the worry, though, with the smoked Helles, is because since Helles is such a light body, light flavored beer, you can so overpower.
The smokes can overpower it, right? Yeah, exactly.
So a good smoked Helles it's just like a Helles. When you go to a brewery, a German style brewery, or a brewery in Germany, you typically order the Helles first if you know you're going to have a bunch.
Right.
And the Helles is going to tell you everything you need to know about that brewery because you can't hide behind any flaws in the Helles.
Right.
So if you've got a Rauch brewery and there's a Helles, get the Helles first. Not for the same reason, though. Because
get the Helles out of here.
Yeah. But you take that Helles, and if they have controlled the smoke and made the smoke level appropriate to the beer, you know the rest of those Rauch beers are going to be spot on.
100%.
So...
And no, you're absolutely right.
And I'm not surprised that Human Robot.
No, I'm not at all. And I would like to give a nod at a cap. We're talking about some Jersey breweries to Amanda Cardinale from the Seed. She's been making a couple of smoked beers, and they've been pretty.
I haven't had any of them, so.
Yeah, no, they're really, really tasty. Like she smoked her, she made her Schwartz beer. I just had a can the other day. I'd had it. The smoke faded a little bit because it was 6 months old, but it was still abundant and it was still tasty. And what we don't see, I think, is the name of it. But it was smoked what we don't see. I gotta check it out because I just want to make sure I'm giving anybody out there the right name here. It's the Seed.
Well, while you're doing that, why don't you pop up Chris Weisner's comment, and I'll read it while you're looking for that.
Go for it.
So Chris Weisner said one of the two restaurants he runs is in Germantown, and they have Bearded Iris Monday night and Tailgate all within very close walking distance. So we mentioned Bearded Iris earlier. In my mind, Bearded Iris to me is other half South because they're very IPA heavy. And when they're not doing hazy IPAs, they've got like the big adjunct stouts. What was it? There was a double vanilla stout they did that I thought was fantastic.
Right.
So now, granted, it's been a while since I've had Bearded Iris, so I'm just wondering if maybe they've branched out and of those two niches that they've had and not doing the other half thing like they've done since their opening. But the one thing I remember about, I love the freaking tap room there, that chandelier. You wait online to get a beer, and at one point while you're online, you're standing under that chandelier, and you're very concerned that chandelier may fall on you. Actually, while you're in that building, half the time you're concerned the building is going to fall on you. It's an old warehouse. But no, it's a great space. I love the space. I absolutely love the space. Love being there. So
there you go. Chris, I got to ask. But yeah, it's what we don't see is actually a KCBC beer. When right, and I actually had it on the show.
You actually drank it on the show. That's correct.
What we As Simple as Shadows. That's the name of the beer. It's the smoked version of As Simple as Shadows. Chris, what are the two
restaurants that you run?
What's the restaurant that you run in Germantown? I got to ask.
He runs two.
Well, no, he says one of the restaurants he runs is in Germantown.
One of the two restaurants he runs.
Right. There it is. Okay.
You too, John. You too. You got to post up the most recent comment.
John Holl commented, "Have sweet smoky dreams, fellas." John, you as well. Thank you, sir.
Cheers.
Appreciate you coming on. Cheers.
The one thing I know is I'm going to have some sweet smoky belches after the show.
Oh, 100%.
And in the morning, it'll probably be sweet smoky beer farts.
Sweet smoky beer farts, seriously?
Which is appropriate because tomorrow is National Fart Day, because it's always National Fart Day always follows National Bean Day. Mm-hmm. So appropriate.
There you go. Just waiting on Chris to let us know, because I've been to a couple of restaurants in Germantown. I'm just curious as to what they were, and I'm going to assume, because I was there, and unfortunately, Chris, obviously, as you know, we went back and forth. We just didn't hook up when I was in Nashville for CBC a few years ago, but it was right after you moved down there, and I'm not sure if you were running the restaurants yet or not there. So I'm assuming you weren't, because it was literally right after you moved down there. So let us know what that is, or just let me know if we're signing up beforehand.
No, you were talking about Sunday. Sunday is actual National Hot Toddy Day.
Sunday is National Hot Toddy Day, and something else was coming up. Here it is. Emmy Squared Pizza. I run 2 locations for them. You don't have them in Jersey, but they are in New York. No, we do not.
Interesting.
There you go. No, it was not at Emmy Squared Pizza, but the next time I'm there, I'm hitting you up, and we're having beers anyway. So that's a given. But we'll definitely swing by Emmy Squared Pizza, Jess and I, or if Dave's with us or whoever's with us, we'll swing by. There you go.
We'll see.
Absolutely. We'll figure out Sunday. We'll let John know. Maybe we can scooch up to.
Well, there's 4 Emmy Squares in New York. There's one in Midtown West, Hell's Kitchen, Upper East Side, and the East Village.
I think they should rename Hell's Kitchen
to what?
Hellas Kitchen, and have a lot of lager everywhere.
Oh, I thought you were going to be PC, and they should call it Hex Kitchen.
Hex Kitchen. No. Fuck that shit.
I was worried about you there for a second.
Yeah, I would do that. That's for sure. There you go. Anyway.
Oh my God, Emmy Squared Pizza is it's actually not too far from McSorley's.
Oh no,
the one in the East Village.
Oh, where?
It is.
I gotta. You know what? There's McSorley's has popped up so many times in conversations over the last week.
You gotta get there.
I need that dark beer and the liver sandwiches calling my name. I need to get there. You will go together. Maybe I'll come up, pick you up. We'll go into McSorley's, have a couple of dark beers and a liver sandwich, and we'll drive out to Brian and have a beer or two with him.
We'll see, but it's at First Avenue and 5th Street.
First Ave and 5th. That's McSorley's is between 2nd and 3rd on 7th.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's not too far. It's
exactly halfway,
3 blocks, 4 blocks.
Exactly halfway between them is a tiki bar called Paradise Lost.
All right, well, maybe we'll just go there and not to Brian's. I'm kidding, Brian. We'll have to do 2 separate days.
I got news for you. We walk into Paradise Lost. We're not walking out for a while.
Well, there's time is going to be lost if we walk into Paradise Lost.
Oh my God, they got some great cocktails there, I tell you. And they do like the big bowl drinks, and if you get the really big one, there's a whole fire show that comes along with it. It's really cool. I did take a picture of it while I was
We're gonna have to do that. You know what? We're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to do that. We'll have to do it 2 separate trips. We'll have to do one day. We'll just get up to Brian, and another day the 4 of us are gonna have to get into the city and do
That is
Emmy Square Pizza,
Oh,
McSorley's, and Paradise Lost.
yes, absolutely.
And then probably wind up the day over at Augerswell for a nightcap. There you go. So.
Oh boy, yes. You're
Right.
not we better not drive that, John.
No, Jess can drive home.
It's just here we go. Here it is right there. There's the fire show.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He's doing it right. And the people that you can't see that are behind the fire, they're the ones that ordered the bowl.
They're the ones that order the bowl, right? Exactly.
And they won't let you order the big bowl unless you have at least 6 people, I believe.
Is that right?
Yep. So I think we can talk them into letting us do it with 4.
Probably they could probably talk. We could probably talk them into letting us do it. I'm trying to find the. I don't see it anywhere, but it's probably. Yeah, I mentioned it before. I was just gonna bring it up because Chris is watching. But Chris, is a tiki bar. I forget the name of it. We were there.
All the Star Wars tiki cups.
Well,
right?
the Star Wars tiki cups in East Nashville, on the road there, right on the corner there. I forget the name of it, but you can. I'm sure you at least know of it, if not have been there. So.
Well, I can tell you, I did save it on one of my many Google Maps that I've made, so I could probably pull it up pretty quickly if you told me beforehand.
You know what? I could just let me just go here. Well, no, I could, because I could do this. There we go.
Did you get it?
I think I did.
It's called Chopper.
It's called Chopper. It's called Chopper. It's called Chopper. Yes. It's got Gallatin Ave, right off of Gallatin Ave on Stratton. It's delicious drinks. And do you remember what I had? Because it was ubiquitous. I thought of this drink earlier that day when we left Asheville, when we got out there.
Singapore Sling.
That was Singapore Sling. Thank you very much.
When we did the Anna Chaser show, that was the tiki drink show.
Yep.
I was willing to bet anybody that John was going to do a Singapore Sling on the show.
And what did I do?
You did a Singapore Sling.
I did a Singapore Sling. There you go.
And the reason I knew you did a Singapore Sling is because it's based off of gin.
There you go.
So I knew John's going to do a Singapore Sling.
Yeah, I did.
So.
And that is one of the recipes, and I made no bones about saying that and spoiling the surprise for everybody. That will be going into our cocktail book.
Yes, I've got a lot of tiki drinks that are going to the cocktail book.
I was going to say, at this point, we probably, between the 3 of us, have enough to just do the book now. But we'll edit it and we'll make it right.
We'll see.
We'll
Chris Weiser.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, Chopper. Yes, Chris, it was Chopper. Chopper, yes.
So next time I go down there, I definitely go to
he did say there's 27 locations up and down the East Coast.
He's talking about not Chopper.
Not Chopper, Emmy's Pizza. Emmy Square Pizza.
So is the pizza square or is Emmy squared?
Emmy squared.
Because that's Einstein right there. That's mass times energy squared.
E equals MC2. E equals energy equals the
that's not Einstein.
Mass times the speed of light squared. There you go.
Yeah.
That's new. That's Isaac. No, that's not Isaac.
That's Einstein.
It's Einstein.
It's Einstein.
Right? Yes.
But Emmy squared, that might be somebody else.
Emmy squared. She has pizza.
But the question is the pizza square?
The pizza, I'm sure.
Or is Emmy square?
Did you? I told you that I actually was at a New Year's Eve celebration with Einstein one year, right?
Yes, you actually have showed the picture on the show many times.
Well, there you go. Showing it again.
There he is. It just looks like an old Jewish man.
No. Well, yeah. I mean, but no, there he is, right there.
Yeah,
right there. God bless him. Wonderful guy. Great guy. Anyway, all right. We got a lot of stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks on the show.
We do.
We do. We have Victory Brewing coming up.
Do we?
We have Trogs Brewing coming up.
Do we?
We are in the process of finalizing the date or confirming the date for another Valentine's Day chocolate show.
I have yet to do anything about that.
Well, it's going to happen. He's going to come on the show. So.
Listen, I've got. Oh, okay. So Chris did comment. Yeah, so it is square pizza.
Just Detroit style pizza, square pie, thicker crust. I love Detroit style pizza. I do love Detroit style pizza.
I'm gonna have to try. I've never had Detroit style pizza.
The sauce is on top of the cheese. for Detroit, and it's a Sicilian, if you will, but it's a little rectangular. It's not square. It's square, but it's
Wait,
there-
maybe
there's
at Emmy's,
there's corners.
at Emmy's it might be square.
No.
But are they?
I'm
They're
sure
not.
it's square.
They're 90-degree corners. They're not rhomboids.
Well, it's not true. That is true because Tallulah's in Asbury Park actually does Detroit style pizza, and they are square. They're personal. So you get 4 slices. You always get a corner, right? Because it's smaller when you just cut it in 4s, and now all 4 slices are a corner, right? So there you go.
So I've always liked the center slice.
I like this. I like. You know what? I do. I like the corners and the center slices. I don't like the
edges.
The edge slice. I'm going for the corners, and then I'm going to the.
I'm going to say as often as I should on Rhode Island pizza. There is a place called Twins, and they do a square pizza. Yeah.
Twins. Yep.
And their pizza's really, actually, I do like their pizza a lot. And it's one of the few pizza places where one of the toppings is linguiça.
Mm-hmm.
Because linguiça is, it's basically Portuguese chorizo, sort of. It's definitely chorizo adjacent. And, so being in Rhode Island, it's got a very large Portuguese population. Sure. It's just natural that linguiça is a pizza topping there. Right. But you can get it on Twins Pizza. I used to. It was on my way home from work.
Chris just said square-ish.
It was on my way home from work, so sometimes I'd go in, I'd order a couple of pies, and one of them would go right into the freezer.
Sure.
And I'd let it cool down first, so I didn't defrost my freezer.
No.
And the other one, right. The other one, I'd eat a few slices.
I didn't even think about that. That'd be good. Yeah. All of a sudden, everything's what the hell happened here?
Why are the peas all mushy? This is in England. And I rarely had, the only reason I usually had frozen peas is, if I had a black eye or something.
Black eyed peas?
Yes, black eyed peas.
Black eyed peas. There you go. It just dawned on me. We have to get Chris back on. Chris was on the show. Chris was on the show before he moved to Tennessee.
He was.
So
we should probably have him back on the show now that he is in Tennessee.
Yeah, we got to talk about. You know what? We got to talk about some Tennessee stuff. Chris, I'll hit you up. I'll text you after the show, and we'll set up a date and get you on the show.
Yeah. Well, just make sure you cut your hair before the show.
Oh, he can never cut his hair.
No,
I barely cut mine. He's not cutting.
We would never recognize him if he cut his hair.
And Brian Boak said they ship nationally. They are rectangles, 6 slices, 4 corners, 2 edges. They ship nationally. There you go.
Well, Brian's not actually on the show, so he can actually do math. He's allowed to.
He's allowed to math. We're not allowed to.
We're not allowed to math. All righty. Well.
All right. We got like I said, we got a lot of good shows coming up. A lot of interesting things planned for 2026. Some live
plans.
We have plans for 2026.
We don't plan.
The Craft Brewers Conference that we've been mentioning a couple of times. We mentioned it obviously.
What now?
Craft Brewers Conference. We mentioned that John when we were down in Nashville,
in Philadelphia.
It's in Philadelphia this year, and we will be there. We'll be doing some live podcasts from Philadelphia. That's going to be in April. And Dave is eloquently and what's the word I'm looking? Not eloquently. Dave is. Oh, damn it! What's the word I'm looking for? What's the adverb I'm looking for?
I am not eloquent. That's eloquently is an adverb.
Generously.
It's
not generous, but it's similar to that. But I'll use that word. Generously moved his April vacation to May so that we can go to CBC in April in Philly.
It actually was for work, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. We'll call it that.
Yeah, exactly. And Chris Wisner just said, yes, Brian, we do on Gold Belly.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, absolutely, I'm in.
And Hell No was the cutting his hair.
Oh, Hell No was cutting his hair. Yeah.
I was waiting. The whole reason I said that was to evoke that response.
Exactly. But no, we got a lot of fun things coming up for 2026. We are in the 6th year of our show. We're by the end of this year, we will hit 300 Tuesday shows, not just live shows. Live shows we're approaching 300 already, if you include them. But we'll have our 300th show, Tuesday night show this year, and our 6th anniversary show as well. So it's gonna be a fun year. Stick around. We got a lot of good stuff planned. But on that note, for today, we will wrap up the show. We want to thank everybody for watching, and for those of you just listening to the audio podcast, thank you for listening. Don't forget to visit our website, www.lagerroom.com. That's LAGERROOM.com. And please remember, like us and follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our YouTube channel. All of them are at The Lager Room. Remember, we go live with the video podcast on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch every Tuesday night around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you who just want to listen to the audio podcast, you can do so on our audio host, Spreaker, as well as iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Odyssey, Audible, Pandora, Amazon Music, iTunes Music, YouTube Music, TuneIn, Podcast Addict, Castbox, Deezer, Podchaser, Listen Notes. Pretty much anywhere you can find an audio podcast, you will find the Lager Room Guys Craft Beer Podcast. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to one or more of those feeds, and you will never miss a show. Again, thanks for following along with us. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. John, I know you're not on the show anymore, but if you're still listening, and even if you're not, thank you so much for coming on the show. We love this show. We look forward. This is one of the shows that gets earmarked every year. We've had a lot of them recently. You know, the holidays, heading into the holidays and through into the new year. This is definitely one of the shows that gets earmarked every year, and we love doing this show, and we love when you come on. So thank you so much for giving us your time and coming on the show tonight. But once again, and one more comment from Chris Weisner. He said, "All right, boys, have a great night." Chris, you too. Chris, I'll text you. I'll text you when we're done. We'll come up with a date and get you back on. And on that note, again, have a great.
I've got a question. I've got a question for you.
For me,
yeah. As much, I think John Holl has broken the curse.
Well, he was coming on, but John told him not to.
No, not that one. It's a whole different curse. No, as often as he mentioned Augie Carton on the show, he never popped up. I think the curse has been broken.
Well, that's the one I'm referring to.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I see. But he asked.
He was about to, and John told him not to.
That's fair.
So,
and thank you, John. Thanks, John, for that.
There you go.
We should probably get the aforementioned Mr. Carton on the show again.
Yeah. It's been a minute since Augie's been on. So
he used to be the number 1 guest, and he is now the number 6 guest.
He's probably number 6 guest at this point. We'll have to go through it and look. Well, you know what? That's the next time we do it, just the two of us. I don't know when that's going to be, but the next time we do it, just the two of us. That's one of the things we'll bring up. We'll mention.
We'll bring them up.
We'll mention the guests, and we'll do that. But anyway, once again. John, once again, thank you so much for coming on. Dave, Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year to you and to yours.
Yes, happy, healthy, and wonderful, prosperous 2026 to you, and to both of us, to our families, our friends, everybody we know, and everybody out there, and everybody we don't know, and the show. Enjoy. Have a wonderful 2026. Have a wonderful
to the whole planet,
to the whole planet, to the whole universe. I didn't even go solar system. I skipped right over it. Like I went over the triple dare and went right to the triple dog dare.
Oh, that is a breach of etiquette right there.
There you go. It was a breach of etiquette. It was
breach of etiquette.
Minor breach of etiquette, but it was a breach nonetheless. Exactly. So.
Yes, I have watched that movie this year, actually twice. So I have.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I watched it. I saw that movie a lot lately, but I haven't seen it since last year. You
didn't watch it this year?
No. I watched it this season. I haven't seen it since last year.
2025.
It's only 6 days old.
Yeah, John, with the dad joke.
All right. Dave, enjoy.
Cheers.
Chris, we'll talk to you soon. Chris, he also said, he who shall be named, not be named. Yeah, yes. Exactly.
That's
well, you know what? I mean, yeah, of course, when he comes back on the show, we're just going to have to say
was smoky.
We're just gonna have to say it like the
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, yeah, and get him
which is not a Christmas movie.
Which is not a Christmas movie. Die Hard, however,
that is a Christmas movie.
Is a Christmas movie, and I don't care what Bruce Willis says.
His wife overrules him.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
His wife overrules him.
There you go. Anyway, but we're in January now. We got football playoffs. We got February. We got Valentine's Day. We got chocolates. We got beer. We got St. Patrick's Day. We got spring training, we got baseball,
CBC.
We got a lot of CBC, we got a lot of stuff coming up. It's going to be a great year, folks.
And
enjoy.
Then I go back to Italy,
and you go back to Italy too. So we got a lot to look forward to. So, folks, once again, have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a happy and healthy and prosperous new year, and we will talk to you next week, folks. Take care. Cheers.
Cheers.